ahead of this. You don't know the half of it. I got dreams of looking up, high as I can get. But nothing feels like how it feels to know these things I don't know yet. The weight of everything, and everything's just fate. Sometimes I'm trapped inside and I don't know what I'm gonna do. But to take on the world is the only thing that we know how to do. I've got dreams of finding out what all of this is for. It's you and me, and everywhere we go will lead to an open door.
It's a fake that you can use because of that Viper's wall. Not really utilized by a lot of the teams because, well, they don't pick up the Viper. SEVERiNE's just gonna hear all of these footsteps onto the A side. Quick little push through to smoke, and Jin did not even know what hit him. Feeling a little bit brave there to get the second kill. Hyzee around the corner. Man can really do some damage, but famouz just not gonna get denied, and famouz gets up to 3. Get things started in Physio. 15 seconds, gonna have to start running in. Come on, come on. It's a marathon, it's a sprint. But there is no time, and there's still 3 players that he has to try to deal with.
I don't think he can do this. And there it is, instantly punished. So that said, it was still just the eco. Not too big of a deal, but what? No! It was a triple burst. He went for a second one, and 3 hits flew clean off of Fancy United's shoulders. Now 2 players left. And this round looks like it's almost over. They have guns, but still, Boom with the read, with the shots. Ooh. This is a good start. Nizzy coming in from under locks. His position is fully been made aware. famouz tries to go in for it, but BerserX just hops off with the Spectre of all things. A good read, but still without the numbers, Boom will be able to punish, and they get the clean bonus.
BerserX throw it away. Oh, my eyes. It's the Aviator Vandal, no, but yes. He picked it up, I'm sorry. But again, look at this. Such a different spell, and famouz,
oh my God.
Gosh, just gets out with bloody murder on mid. Can't really do anything about that.
Just kind of starting to position themselves around the site, being a little bit careful as well, hearing all those bits of utility being sent out by Fancy, bits of shrouded steps. But now here comes the collapse. Well, first off, fragment in towards logs. famouz with the blades out, trying to get a bit of vision with the updraft, but it's not needed. Pushing through lane, you got BerserX, you got Shiro, SEVERiNE into the dark cover, and he just flushes them out of position, gets the positioning for his team.
No time.
And BerserX cleans it, but still, the spike has been saved for Fancy.
Dashing right in through the mess is going to be Jin on B.
He's got the blades too, looking for a bit of an updraft, but look at the positioning from Boom this time. So safe, so perfect, just hiding under cover. The off angle from Shiro, he finds 2. famouz comes back just in time from defender spawn, but still, the damage has been done. It's gonna be Fancy United looking for the spike plant, and they manage to stick it in. Viper's been deployed from Fishio and Boathouse as well, and this gives them a little bit more cover, but the spray from BlazeKing is just as good. It's needed, and it puts Fishio in a 1v3. Tries to play around it. He hears the footsteps. He knows they are surrounding him. And unfortunately, he will just fall short with the shorty. Starting to poke and prod across the map.
Oh, no. BlazeKing gotta look right behind you because they're about to swing. I'm not sure if they're aware of this, but they have lost control, but the timing is going to be off. If Fancy was just maybe 2 to 3 seconds earlier, they could catch that, but still they have to keep pushing in. famouz trying to run away, but he actually challenges Jin. How dare you go into my site? How dare you try to push into the A site? And I will deny you. Every qualm, every try, every attempt will just be swatted away, and it's all down left to Fishio, and of course BerserX not falling behind. And we will devour it. Thank you for these rounds.
But this time, still, Odin, yeah, it kind of tags up Fishio a little bit. But I like this from Fancy, right? They're still not phased. They're still trying to go through it all. And they've managed to kind of push up towards Canoe. Now slowly going back towards the site. Oh, kind of tagged up by the Recon. Kind of tagged up by SEVERiNE, who is up by Defender Spawn. So much in contention, and Jin goes in by himself. No support necessary, and Shiro just comes up huge with the sprays. BlazeKing popping off.
He can't break it.
Hyzee just absolutely detained.
I mean, Fancy can do whatever they want and, well, go for that setup.
It's a null command from YESicaN. It kind of tags up famouz, but what is that shot? Through the toxic screen, he finds him. And that's going to be BerserX now playing out the round door. Fancy tries to go in to get the site. They need that spike plant, that they need to set up some of these positions, but they're getting spammed through. They're getting tagged up, and they're just trying to find some safe ground. Poison Cloud picked up and repositioned up towards door. And boom, they're taking their time with this.
Well, they can't really over push just yet. I think they were waiting for the recon dart or maybe just the blade itself, but as they're trying to get any composure of, well, control nearby, it's been just shut down. Okay, famouz and BerserX heating up a little bit here. No, heating up a lot of it here as famouz just jumps in. Okay, very brave, but time not really in the favor of Shiro, so he's got to work quick. But Fisho trips him up once again.
9-2 is the score, and that's going to be the last round of the first half, and Boom goes in for a quick shot.
Oh no!
famouz! He gets the triple spray, pulls out the knives, looks for another. The Paranoid coming in to assist. He checks the angle. He's going all in. Shiro cleans it up, and the Boom gets for it 10-2.
I thought that was a mad play, a very punishable play there by Boom, and then out of nowhere, Shiro, boop, recon dart on top, exposes everybody, and then famouz just hits up the god angle, ticks down 3 through the smoke without even needing to see them.
And then we go straight in. Thank you so much for coming back in.
Got our back. Mac attack. Big Mac. I mean, no. Copyright infringement. Sorry. Anyways, let's go in because it seems like nobody has said for Boom to hold your horses, and they have put this pedal to the metal. Furious 10, if you want to call it like this, and Shiro picks up the glorious hat trick.
They're on the defense, so it could work out after all. But given their positions right now, so much space allowed for Boom to sneak through. Nizzy still lands a shot, and this could be the start of something good.
They open the trap, so at least they know now that Fancy has gone for that full buy. Still somehow finds the access through the site. Bit of catch onto BlazeKing. He's going to have to... I don't think he has to reposition with his team, but he needs to get control on B main just to see when Fancy starts funneling in outside of market.
They're going through market. What I'm curious about is Fisho along with Hyzee going through mid right now. They have a couple of options. They've got some smokes to work with, but they have to wait for the rest of the team. Everyone's getting a little bit antsy. The C sent out. YESicaN pushes off of it, takes out BerserX, and he gets an idea of where BlazeKing might be. So they're going just to check, but look at this discipline. He is hidden. He comes out at the right time and gets the spray transfer onto 2 of them. Fancy United just completely thrown apart. It's 12-2 match point for Boom Esports. They're at match point. You buy up whatever you can, and at this point, you just hope for the best. Fancy, they're not giving up. They're still on the site. And you've got YESicaN just right around the corner. He knows that famouz is inside. And they come out at the right time, but still the rest of the forces, that's why it's a delayed push. YESicaN comes out just to hold them back a second longer.
Fear my flashes, respect my authority on the A site. As they get pushed back. There's still plenty of time though. It's 3 versus 3. Weapons and I'll say HP a little bit better for Boom, but then Jin, well, makes me think otherwise. Backs away onto B. This is looking much better right now for Fancy, but they're still spread thin. Again, they have to keep that guesswork rolling. They don't have any... Actually, no, they still have YESicaN still alive, so if he can blade into perfect time right here, maybe he's going to be able to catch BerserX as well as Shiro coming up through short, but he did spot him out, so now they know where they are.
They're just trying to play around this too, but Fancy has the advantage here. They try to push the issue, and it just makes Boom feel a little bit more uncomfortable. They have to push in, and now they just go straight into the angles being held by Fancy. Fisho and Jin, well played by them. So a couple players going back to investigate. Meanwhile, the rest of that squad having to defend against Boom. Full force up towards B main.
Oh, wow. Look at where Famous is. Fisher don't even know. You're gonna get caught.
Oh my
Maybe dash
God.
right in. No more dash out as the tailwind expires, but this gives access for Boom to just come right in. Hello, intruding on the B site. And look at this, YESicaN and Hyzee far, far, far from being able to retake this site and retake this round and maybe even save this game at all.
I love it.
Great molly. But, oh no, SEVERiNE still gets out.
They're okay. Shiro now holding the ground with a Sheriff. There isn't that much time left. Maybe 20 seconds. The Hunter's Fury just to bait him out even longer.
Oh no.
Oh, and he's getting tagged up. He's trying to dodge it, but he only has a Bulldog and 3 targets to hit. That's the first. I'm still wondering about time though. Flashpoint sent out and unfortunately flashed on his own. He goes out, he gets another, and goes in for even more, but BlazeKing ends it.
Yo, he got the head tap on BlazeKing through the wall, through the box. So we'll see how it goes. Lots of forces, if not all, looking already at the A site, and that is a very big no-no as Shiro finds good damage, if not a kill, onto Nizzy, who's supposedly the big entry fragger right now here for Fancy.
That was 1 shock dart?
2, I believe. No, just the 1 and a couple of pop shots?
I can't believe that happened. And now the Recon very well possibly revealing Vishio and the rest of his team. They see that wingman, and they're trying to eliminate it. Not a huge problem, though, still. Just up around it. They have that crossfire set up outside of short, and they will eliminate. Is going to be a full retake.
Well, this is good timing for Boom here, because before that spike gets planted, look at how far both Shiro and SEVERiNE have already pushed up on mid. Can see that BlazeKing also making sure that no one is going to be pushing in onto Garage. So they have a clear picture as to where the Fancy players are. I do like how Fancy's still on the side. I do like how they're playing close to each other so they can get those quick little refrags. And the tight positionings here could be a tricky endeavor for Boom to just retake the site altogether.
Yeah, this really worked for them on a set before. When they played so far out away from the site, they really forced Boom back. But now Boom finding another avenue of entry. They head through mid, instantly turned around. Fancy reacts, Fishio finds a quick double, and they manage to fend them off. The spike will go off. BerserX has to turn tail and save. They need something. They need a bit of an opening pick. They need more information, and this Thrasher out from YESicaN will be able to tell them a little bit more, but still, it allows for Fancy to get onto the site. SEVERiNE coming up from the side, BlazeKing from Garage. It puts them and stops them in their tracks. Jin trying to play off of his fallen teammates. It only keeps him alive for 1 second. Boom. They are loving this. Famous out from behind. Oh,
he kept that
off of it, but just for a second. It's okay. BerserX is here to help him out.
There is a very, very close Famous right in front of them, and he is waiting.
Oh my God.
That wall separated Fancy on the push, and Shiro, as he gets the contact, activates the Hunter's Fury, and this...
And another!
Oh, just the, again, picks flowing for Boom here. And Nizzy, not Nizzy, he's alone. He does have the spike at least in hand, but map control is kaput.
Completely smashed up. Poof. BlazeKing. He's actually coming up behind him. Nizzy has to start things off, and he gets the first headshot. Flashes himself in and goes for the burst onto BerserX. This is suddenly very doable now. He gets blinded. Throws off a blind of his own, just buys a little bit more time for him to get the spike planted, but he has no idea that there is a player behind him. Tries to go in for a bit more space, but there is that tap from A-Long. A good attempt, a good try, but unfortunately shut out. BlazeKing has so many utilities, he even has his lockdown.
If he has a lineup to supplement the lockdown, you know, I think Fancy actually has a lineup to break this, but do they have the timing to do so? There it is. They're going to be just facing it straight up. Spike gets planted. Fancy, are they prepared? That's the issue. Trapped into the corner here. They're going to get stunned. There's the big flag, and that's what we were talking about. The lockdown, they needed to break it, and the aftershock is just going to be the final nail as they get buried alive outside of A main. Okay, so if you can get the wingman to actually plant on the site itself, maybe there's going to be a follow-up with the Viper's Pit. That's what they wanted to happen. They're utilizing their mollies here. They're flushing corners, and the timing on that Dizzy could not be any more perfect. 3 players remaining here for Boom. BerserX has the flash angle. Does he have a chance to get a couple of picks? None whatsoever. I mean, they're so rich. They can try to keep challenging this, and Famous has the blades. He can definitely pop off, but again, Fancy, they're playing together. It looks good. It looks great.
Wow.
Famous, though. Okay, it's not done, but now it's over. Calm yourself. Take a rest. Hit that next round because it is over. Fancy get the 4th. They have the Thrash. They have their utilities. They can really use these to just force the back of the side, but
oh my god!
If it doesn't happen that last round, do it again this time, and BlazeKing gets the different outcome, gets the better outcome. And that's going to be huge because, again, YESicaN has a Thrash. That could have been so well used for this post plant, and now it's going awry. Viper Spin has been utilized. Hyzee, let's get the pick onto Shiro here. Hyzee has a good angle. And there's so many little pockets that they have to flush them out on. Last round as well, they need to start getting into the sights.
Oh god, it's Blaze again, but instantly dismissed by Jin. A bit more support coming through now, and they know that these players are playing inside the Viper's pit to protect Fishio. BerserX has a bit more room to work with. He's trying to clear out some corners. SEVERiNE just goes straight in. Famous up on top. Oh my Jin! God. You gotta look up, son. It's gonna be Boom, and they take the 8th.
Time is more than enough. No explosion this time.
Maybe a bit of a lurk from Blaze. Up around short, the rest of them through the site already. What? Fancy?
They know.
He's playing inside the smoke. He tries to go for a bit of a play, a surprise, and he manages to crouch and get a player. Famous trades right back though, and now this is the spike planted.
That's going to be the post plant here for Fancy. Jin got away through the skin of his teeth, but BlazeKing has been on fire. Interestingly enough, BlazeKing doesn't have the highest of kills, but the impact that he's gotten is just tremendous.
Okay.
Caster Curse, okay. Not yet done. Great paranoia though from Hyzee. That's going to be the follow-up, and this is going to really pin down the rest of Boom as YESicaN charges right in. Super aware of that fight, and once again, Boom looking to go aggressive. YESicaN just a little bit more to the left, and he could have actually gotten Famous on the push.
Well, they're picking up the pace still. Fancy are kind of reacting to this. But
he can't
the
push.
wingman utility. Okay, YESicaN. It goes in for a bit of a trade. Hyzee now claiming the site and trying to push Boom back. BlazeKing and SEVERiNE, the only one alive. Again, one up front and one from C-Link. He's been smoked off though. SEVERiNE, how do you make your way in?
Blaze.
Maybe on the BlazeKing. This could be good. Nizzy though, he still is the one left alive, but unfortunately not quite able to clutch it out. Blaze ends his life instead. They don't really expect it, and Blaze always flanking up behind him. He is that guy. This time though, Boom pressing in. They're going to go in for a C rush. It's Jin who tries to hold it. He gets the information, but no clear angle instead. So falls back and sets up for a full retake. They don't have the best guns on Fancy's side. That's a good start, though.
Good start indeed. Not the best guns on Shiro, too, because he's just about to get swung on by 3 players. Can he get back? No chance. Oh!
I can't see!
Oh, my eyes! Bald, my eyes! And it's not bald. Luscious hair, but that hair is going to get clipped. They have to push forward and catch Jin because they know that 3 players are going to be coming in through C long. They're going to have to hold this, but the isolation is much better for Fancy here, but it doesn't matter because BlazeKing is on fire, finally shut down by Nizzy. The defuse is rolling. Here comes SEVERiNE, but here comes Nizzy once again to save the day.
Just turns and spins around with the Guardian.
A 4-man push from Fancy outside of A. If this gets spotted by Boom, this could be the great divider to just push up onto the C site. Shiro's by himself. He hasn't cleared Garage, and he is so aware. They do find Jin, though, and well, even if they do, Shiro gets still caught as the rest of Fancy come bombarding in from the flank.
It's a good fight. It's a good hit. Good read from Boom just to push into the site, sensing the dimensional drift from behind. They managed to take out Jin too. Now the problem is, how does Fancy work their way in? So much space, so much time given, and SEVERiNE is outside, inside of defender's spot. No! Slightly misses it, but they don't expect a second player. That's going to be Famous. Coming back in now, he gets the quick double. 2 more coming out from C long, and BerserX is calling this whole thing a flashpoint out, and he buys a bit more time, but unfortunately, not quite enough space. Famous goes back out for a peek, and YESicaN reads it. A headshot punctured through his skull, and that's going to be Fancy closing in on this gap again.
They can take this a little bit sweeter and slower too, because if they dry peek into this, Jin can get a kill here.
Flash?
It's close.
Oh,
Jin, what you got? What you got? Too many flashes.
Rendezvous away.
He's out.
and this completely opens up the site. Boom's got it open. Jin eliminated. And Fishio's the only one left. That mosh pit actually killed BerserX, or he fell or something. But, well, 4 players up against 1. Fishio, what are you going to do?
And there's also an angle here
Hello.
from YESicaN.
Oh, there we go.
All right. Whack-a-mole, you know.
And it was one that Boom won. They ran the push. They go straight into C, and Jin is forced to reposition. And because of this, he doesn't have the best angles with that tour de force. Boom has the sight now, and famouz goes straight into his face. Jin gone. The rest of them coming out from the other side of the map. 1 from B, a couple more from Garage. Fishio eliminates famouz. A bit more space, but this is also time being bought by Boom Esports. Shiro off the Hunter's View just fends them back. They're still going in though. 3 ultimates left, a Thrasher available. Fishio with a Viper's Pit if he can get close enough. He's gonna use the Poison Cloud and just trying to make a little bit more noise. Nizzy coming up from C long, he gets a quick double. Shiro answers back, BerserX coming in too. YESicaN goes up front, but completely blinded by Nizzy's blind side. Oh, the time has been bought. Thank you, YESicaN, because Boom has reached match point. Fishio again, still Viper's Pit available. Come on, fancy fans. You gotta cheer louder for these guys. Jin back alive in the game with the operator, and he's looking to punch this ticket. Sends it through, nobody's there.
Lockdown.
The lockdown comes in, and Fancy are forced to respect this. Jin tries to stay a little bit longer just to punish if anyone goes through, but nobody's there. So gate crash out.
Oh no!
And they get detained.
Oh no!
Thankfully, YESicaN is right around for support, so Boom, knowing not to overextend, they will just control the site instead. 2 players inside of Hell. 1 watching out by Graffiti. And you also have Shiro just right around the corner, around the stack. Fancy are setting this up, and Nizzy goes in for a bit of a gate crash play, maybe a bit of a fake. The mosh pit goes through, but doesn't connect. SEVERiNE, famouz, they're still holding this. Out around the dark cover, Nizzy is good for it all. He gets the double and looks for SEVERiNE, but punched out of the air. Fishio, it's a 1v2. He has to play against the time, and it's just so overwhelming. Goes in for the spray, but SEVERiNE just walks all over him. Boom Esports, they close this out 2-0.
You see the issue already once they got detained. Yes, they don't get punished for it, but it also just prolongs the time for them to start rushing into the site.